Head N, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Vikram Nair. You may wish to take both cards together.
Mr. Chair, I beg to move that the total sum to be allocated for head N of the estimates be reduced by $100. As in previous years, I would like to kick off the debate with a broad overview of developments in international affairs and ask MFA for its views on their potential implications for Singapore. In 2017, the geopolitical landscape continued to evolve rapidly. China's strategic and economic clout remains on an upward trend. Members would have noted China playing a more active and assertive role in global affairs in recent years. The Belt and Road Initiative continues to play a growing role in regional and global development, supporting infrastructure investments and big projects. China is clearly becoming an outward-looking global power, ready to play a bigger role in the world, and many countries hungry for investments appreciate this. At the same time, observers have juxtaposed China's rising prominence on the international stage against perceptions of the declining US influence in the region. The US's decision to pull out of key multilateral deals like the Paris Agreement on Climate Change and the Trans-Pacific Partnership also support this concern that the US is becoming more inward-looking and less interested in taking the lead in global issues. Closer to home, unresolved tensions persist on the Korean Peninsula. Barely a few months ago, the North was escalating its nuclear testing and boasting that it was getting close to having a nuclear weapon and intercontinental ballistic capabilities. It appears that the two Koreas are trying to ease tensions at the moment, which is to be welcomed, but the underlying issue of nuclearization of North Korea remains. Around the world, other national and international challenges abound. Countries are grappling with transnational terrorism, sluggish economies, and structural challenges of demographics and integration, and the worrying trend of growing nationalist sentiment. These issues are often interrelated. The growing threat of terrorism has been spurred by ISIS, which has been fighting primarily in Iraq and Syria. They have mastered the art of using social media to radicalize individuals. The wars themselves have caused record numbers of refugees to flow outwards, including to places like Europe. This in turn has led the local politics in these countries to becoming increasingly nationalistic and unfriendly to immigrants and refugees, often characterizing them not only as economic threats, but also as potential breeding grounds for terrorists. This has led to the growth and popularity of far-right movements in many developed countries. Another hallmark of our times is the development and democratization of technology that would have been unthinkable just a few decades ago. Anyone and everyone can publish information online. At the same time, individuals, companies, and governments have almost all their private information in digital form, making it potentially easy to access such information, both legally and illegally, by hacking and gaining access to existing databases. We are not fully cognizant of the effects that technologies such as digital media will have on us and our societies. Now, what does the MFA see as the major challenges facing Singapore? How can Singapore continue to navigate and protect our interests in an increasingly complex and uncertain global environment? Second cut on regional architecture. Singapore has traditionally been an important participant in regional agreements and partnerships. This includes both formal frameworks, such as the founding of ASEAN and the other related work, as well as dialogues to bring together important partners. Our Shangri-La Dialogues for Defense are one good example of this. Recently, there have been media reports on the revival of the quadrilateral security dialogue between the US, Japan, India, and Australia to deepen security cooperation and to coordinate alternatives for regional integration. Now, these four countries are good friends of ours and have a shared commitment to existing rules-based order as a key mechanism for protecting and projecting their own principled security and economic interests. It seems like it would be helpful for Singapore and potentially ASEAN to engage and support such initiatives. What is MFA's view of how Singapore and ASEAN will be affected by such regional initiatives.